What is up, everyone? Welcome to Mechs on Deck. My name is Osiris. I am one half of Mechs on Deck. If you're new here, welcome. Been here before, welcome back. What is up, Geo? I see you in the chat. Trying to get people from buying a Switch tester, as always. Lubed Helios, welcome back. And then Vim Warrior, I appreciate the kind words, my dude. That's kind of what we really want to aim for, is we want to help out some people who are new, and then as we go further and further with our content, we want to have some people get out some information that's a little bit more advanced. We kind of want to sprinkle it in here and there, a little bit of something for everyone. So appreciate the kind words. Thank you for the follow, Ruins4777. Appreciate it. How's everyone doing tonight? Oh man. Good. I had a long day. Today was long. Ooh. Thank you, Vim Warrior and Ron DG, for the tier 1 subs. I appreciate it. Yeah, exclamation point build in the chat. Today we are building a silver KBD75 with, I thought it was 67 grams, but I guess it's 78. The bag was mislabeled 78. We are lubed with 3203. Lubed them like last night and then went to bed instantly, so I haven't really tested them out very much. So I'm excited to kind of break them in a little bit before we send this board out. So yeah, let's get into it. These are V2s. So this is actually the plate, which is with a brass plate. Yes, which is nice. Nice and shiny. This is a V2 KBD75 PCB. Already tested out in EK Switch Hitter earlier today. I recommend you do that before you get going. But let's take a look at this case. I will say it's definitely been it's been a long time since I've messed around with a KBD75 in person. So I totally forgot that the V2 had the cool little design on the bottom. So let me grab. I like to use bowls for all my screws and stuff, so everything in there. So all right, so this is a silver KBD75 V2. A lot of people will say that the KBD75 is kind of the board that kind of made KBD fans. So it's fresh. This is what I was talking about. I forgot that this was there. Totally forgot that they had this this little cutout on the bottom. Pretty fancy, pretty nice. And I believe this is so you can actually do. You can put in like a LiPo battery and do Bluetooth, I think. That's what this is for. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, it's definitely more decorative than I thought. Thank you, Metallic Charles, for the 3 months. I think there is a V3 coming pretty soon. But yeah, this is pretty fancy. A little X. We'll knock off on Rama. But yeah, this is like fresh. Hasn't even been opened yet, so this away real quick. Gonna put it to the side. This box is out of the. Actually gonna go ahead and put the bump-ons on this just to be safe. I believe it should. It has the same layout and everything, so it's not a big change from a layout perspective. Yeah, they're. Oh hey, Chewy, you subscribed for 3 months. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel that you also run. What's up, John? How you doing? Hey, Sophia. I agree. I actually really like the black bump-ons. I wish these were a little bit bigger. You know, Chewy and I and some other people. What's up, Dixie? We actually went out to the Houston meetup on Saturday. We want to talk about crazy bump-ons. Tyson. I'm sure a lot of y'all know Tyson. He has a Reborn 60 with the fattest bump-ons that I've ever seen, and it was pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. He's like, yeah, people give me crap about them all the time because they're so big, but you put it on the desk and it like doesn't move because of how big the bump-ons are. It was a pretty cool board. He had probably like the shiniest set of GMK 9009. Yeah, GMK 9009 on it. I believe it was round 2, but it was like shined all the way up. Like it couldn't have gotten more shiny than it was. Oh, nice. Martakia. I think that's what that means. What's up, Cartoon 91? How you doing tonight? Appreciate the follow. So, hey Dixie, I've got my minimal right here. I just need some space bars. I know you're going through like the every 5 seconds someone asking you is is it available? Any extras available? So initially he didn't end up we're actually building this for one of the guys in the Discord, and didn't get GMK screw-ins. I had some extras, so I figured I'd just go ahead and help him out a little bit, get him some GMK screw-ins. So we're going to lube these up real quick. I feel so weird. I feel like I'm the only person that does keyboard content that doesn't use desk mats. So I'm just like on my marble desk, my fake marble desk. Side room. So I'm going to be lubing these stabs with 205 grade 0, which you can get from our sponsor, switchmod.net. Use code MEXONDECK. Go to switchmod.net/MEXONDECK, and you don't even have to put in a code. It just does it for you. Ooh. Hey John, we got something in a box behind me that I'm pretty excited about. It's looks pretty sweet. So yeah, be another build. The first thing I'm gonna do to these stabs is see these little legs. These little things. That. I cut it right off. Cut them right off. Thank you for the follow, Tyson. I appreciate it, my dude. It was fun hanging out with you on Saturday. How is your week going so far? It's okay, man. There's always time to follow us. Sorry, like the craziness in me wants to like clip these like super flush just to make sure. Dude, understandable. That's how it's been for me, man. It's been very crazy. Like Monday and Tuesday have been pretty crazy, and then like last week my car broke down. So like, I think it was Wednesday night. It broke down, and then so I kind of was like the whole time at the meetup I was like kind of freaking out, hoping that my car was getting fixed and that it wasn't real expensive. Turns out the fix is covered by the warranty, so that is pretty sweet, even though the car's like 7 years old. So it's pretty nice. Cartoon, I do not think that we'll be going to the Washington DC meetup. We kind of put all of our eggs in one basket, and we are planning on going to the NorCal meetup in November. So anyone is going out to that, we will be there. Kind of pulling together anything that we make from our content over the next couple months, just to get out there and have a good time and meet some cool keyboard friends. But I would definitely recommend that you go. Meetups are a lot of fun. And I will say, don't be afraid to talk to people. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Everyone wants to talk about their keyboards. Like, that was the coolest thing, was getting to talk to people about their keyboards and like the little nuances that they've done to their keyboards. So that and hearing the things that people like about your board and you know, maybe what you could improve on in building, because no one's perfect. Everyone can improve their building a little bit in some way. Yeah, we had a good time in Houston. It was cool to meet some people. Got to meet Blind Assassin, who we've been talking a lot to. He's one of our buddies in the Discord, as well as a couple other people. Tyson, of course, already mentioned him. JR. It's a good time. We went out, we had some fun. Got some food with everyone after the meetup, and then we so it was myself, Chewy, Moon, and Willio, who all went out to the meetup. And after, we kind of chilled after the meetup a little bit, back to the hotel. We did a little pool of our, so one thing that we'll have coming out here soon is we actually have Chewy kind of took some pictures of some of his favorite boards at the meetup from both a build perspective and a looks perspective. And we kind of, all four of us sat down and rated them from 1 to 15. So we're going to kind of do what we did with the Seattle one, where we kind of go through and find some of our favorite boards. What is up, Drifting Bunnies? How you doing, my dude? How is your GMK set going? I know you changed the name. I think it's GMK Forge now. And then, of course, working on the Austin, I'm sure. It's okay. Well, I shot out Blind Assassin, Chewy. I think you're blinded by the Overwatch that you're playing. if you are still playing Overwatch, yeah, you are. So, but yeah, the Austin definitely looks nice. I will say, if you are in Texas area, Chewy and I plan on being, at least one of us being at the meetups in the meetups in both Austin as well as Dallas. We'll definitely both be in Dallas. We're still trying to figure out if both of us or just one of us is going to be at Austin. I'm pretty sure I will, but it's right around my birthday, so who knows. little bit after. So yeah, right, Tyson. He's all about I guess he would say hook 'em. He's a University of Texas fan. And say that I am the opposite of a Texas fan. I am actually a Oklahoma Sooners fan. So Tyson might hate me now for being an OU fan. Go Jalen. There's Dixie. Hey Dixie, I think Chewy and we have a set idea that we want to do. That you might be interested in. Dallas Racing Giraffe. It'll definitely be a good time. I felt your the board you won Sunday after I got home, and it feels pretty nice. I don't know if Chewy's taken it over to you yet, but it's pretty sweet. It does involve Crimson, and it may also involve Cream. Dude, Trevor Knight was a legend for beating Alabama. Oh my gosh. You would clip that. Sides first. I leave both the insides of the stabs as well as the actual insert. Drop it and lose it. Some people just lube one. I like to lube both. Really? I guess I could see that. He seemed like he was a little bit full of himself, because I'm pretty sure when he was at Oklahoma, he was like saying that he was like, there's a point where I think Katy Perry was on the College Game Day episode, and he was like, she wanted to date him or something. Like somehow she thought he was cute or something, and then he ended up being up on there. It was weird. You just say that, Dixie, because he demolished y'all. Dude, Baker Mayfield. Don't say that about my boy Baker, all right? Dude, how are you going to say that? Connor will always be your boy. I don't know anything about his brother. So if anyone is wondering, I'm just putting a light coat of 205 grade 0 on the inside of this stab. See it there. Actually gonna probably even that up a little bit. It's a little bit on the top, but just makes them nice and smooth. No more scratch, no more noise. Dude, Jalen, I'm excited, man. Apparently he's like the strongest one on the team, which is surprising because he's a quarterback, but we're gonna need to have some Discord calls where we watch college football. Be a good time. He does seem like an incredible person. He just seems like he came in and instantly like took over the team. What is up, Talisman? We are actually building this for someone in the Discord, because we are still building. You know, we want to get more build streams going. We want to have a little bit more Twitch content. outside of our typical interviews on Wednesday night. So we're still taking, you know, build commissions, I guess is what the technical term would be. So that's why I don't typically. Yeah, this is a it was me. I was in there before while I was I just logged on this account. But yeah. Hey, no worries, man. Never feel like you have to. I know you're kind of like the oh man, what was his name? There was a guy in CS that was just like literally just man. But yeah, you never feel like you have to donate anything. And that goes for everyone. We appreciate y'all being here. Just hanging out. That's all it is. We just want y'all to have some time hanging out with us. Dual monitor life. True. It's been a while since I've watched a Tiny stream. I think I watched her before I even started building keyboards. Didn't she she took like a little bit of a break pretty recently, didn't she? Or was that someone different? Might have been someone different. Dual monitors is best monitors. Well, unless you do like triple and you can make it work. Dude, single monitor life, when you've had dual monitors and then you go to single, it feels so terrible, man. My first couple of weeks at work, I went home every day having dual, working on single. I was just like, all right, I'm AV guy. I'm gonna find a monitor and just pretend like I need it. Drifting Bunny's just like coming in and just being like, yeah, I got an ultra wide, a 34-inch ultra wide, and then 2 monitors. Wanton. Oh man. When I first built my PC, I was like, oh, I can just get away with 1 monitor if I get ultra wide. And I did. I bought an ultra wide monitor, ended up hating it. Or well, I didn't hate it. I liked it. But I ended up, you know, really enjoying playing FPS games. Because growing up, I never really got to play video games very much. So I really enjoyed CS, and then that was right when Overwatch came out. It was when I first started in PC gaming. I got real big into that game. Still am. But I used Dave's wife's 144 hertz monitor one day at a LAN party that we had at the house. And I was instantly like, all right, I have to buy a 144 hertz because everything else is terrible. It was just such a huge difference for gaming. For things like productivity, like I tried to use my 144 hertz monitor for editing a 24p video, and it just looks so bad. Not 24p, 24 FPS video, like a cinematic video. It just looks so bad, so I have to use my second monitor. I still need to, if you are looking to get into GMK 8008, you can head on over to maxondeck.dixiemac.com. Helps us out a little bit. Get yourself a beautiful set. I still need to get mine. Waiting for Friday, payday, to get that, but I'm going to get myself base kit as well as space bars and some of those silicone artisans. They look pretty fancy. Sometimes I feel like I wish I should have an iPad, or like I feel like I need an iPad, and then I'm like, wait, no, I don't use my MacBook enough. Dude, 8008 is a beautiful set. DixiMac did a great job. It looks good. The kits are cool. The Rama caps are super unique. I'm stoked for that. And then next month we've got 9009. It's like you planned that. 8008 in August and 9009 in September. Thinking. Yeah, Winston, 10,010. I think he's gonna abandon that. Boss. So, if you're here tonight, we'll say tomorrow night we will be streaming again, same time, 8 p.m. Central, and we're gonna have a special guest for this week's interview. It's going to be Mr. Heinebush, the man himself. I'm really excited. We're gonna start our what we're gonna call boards and brews, which means we're going to be enjoying some adult beverages. Yeah. Tiny Bush will be with us tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central. Really excited about that. Joey, unfortunately, I can't do that. Thank you, Talisman. I appreciate that, my dude. Yeah, you can follow that link, and if you buy GMK 8008, helps us out a little bit, and you get a really, really cool set. So, highly recommend you do that. Basically, right now, any proceeds that we get from Twitch, YouTube, whatever, anything, is just going to help us get to Northern California. Go to San Jose for the NorCal meetup with our buddy and pal, man of interest. I try to say man of interest. I always want to say Huey. Not everyone knows him as Huey. Some people just know him as Man of Interest. But yes. Yeah, I saw it. I was gonna announce it. I see. I saw it. So, next Tuesday, we have something really special. Something that, I'm just gonna go ahead and announce it right now. Something real special. Some of you may know Zap Cables, one of our longtime sponsors and good friend of this channel. John created a keyboard called the Bumper, and we actually have a prototype that we are going to be building on stream. We're going to kind of the day is dependent on what day the plate that I ordered comes in, because I didn't actually have an extra 60% plate. But if you want to stay informed on when it is happening, please join our Discord. Exclamation point Discord in the chat, and we'll let you know. It's going to be really exciting. The Bumper's pretty cool. If you haven't checked it out, I would definitely recommend checking it out. It is a pretty cool little tray mount board. So we are excited. It's got these little things on the side called the bumpers, which are not customizable completely yet, but you can order different bumpers. You can get he sent us polycarbonate ones as well as some anodized aluminum ones. So pretty excited about that. It's going to be a fun time. As far as I know, it'll be me building it unless something changes like crazy. It'll be sometime next week. Hopefully Tuesday, but probably not, on honesty, depending on shipping from China. Because I ordered a plate off of KBD fans today. But either way, get hype. The Bumper's coming. Plus, we're going to have some additional content around it. Where you can get yourself there'll also be definitely stop by and stop by the stream and check it out. It's gonna be pretty cool. So if anyone is like wondering what brush I'm using, this is what it is. It is a Princeton Round Zero Velvet Touch. It was like $2. Not even. I don't think it was even that much. It was like buy one, get one half off at the local craft store near me. Highly recommend it. It feels nice. And size 0 is nice for stabs, a little bit longer. For switches, I use one that's a little bit smaller. I think it's like a 5/0 or something like that. I'd have to look, but it's a little bit shorter, so I can get a little bit more precise with my movements. And yes, Muffin. It is the Velvet Touch. So what's everyone excited for? Is everyone excited for is anyone getting in on some key sets this month? I think there's like 10 or 11 running. It's pretty crazy how many sets are running right now. Iron 165. I like the Iron 165. I will say I was disappointed in the Shark Bait has your eye. I will say in the Iron 165, I was disappointed in the color options. I think from what it looks like, it's going to be gray and the navy, which is cool. Those are cool colors. Not hating on those. But that plum, man, it looked so good. It looked so good. Olivia round 2 is coming. I don't think it's been necessarily announced yet of when it's actually going to run. I feel like it'll probably run at the I wouldn't see it running, 2020. I was going to say it definitely is not going to run before SA, Olivia, and Olive are done. And Olive is supposed to be November, unfortunately. Hopefully it can get there before NorCal. Hopefully it's early, but we're not in a time where key sets are really like early. I don't feel like GMK is super backed up. GMK Cafe looks pretty fancy as well. Say so myself. Some cat sets, Talisman says. You know, our friend Mentorly, who was we had on the stream about a month and a half ago for the design. She's the designer of SA Bliss. She is actually designing a cat set called Cat Eternal that looks pretty sweet. Get yourself some cat. It looks pretty good, man. And yes, she is lovely. She was super nervous when she came on, and I must say she killed it. Like, super impressive. Like, was very surprised in her responses, and you know, she definitely didn't seem nervous at all the entire interview, except for right before and then right after. She was like nervous about how she did, and we were like, both Dave or Chewy and I were like, man, you blew us away. Like, that's not what we were expecting at all. Yeah, Thornkin. There's a lot of good boards. The 7Z looks good. Iron 165 looks good. The Key 65, that's not the Key version. The other logo one looks pretty fancy, if I do say so myself. Yeah, she was super prepared for the questions, which was surprising. I mean, not surprising. We gave them to her the night before, but yeah. But she definitely killed it. Thank you, Finn, Alenia. I don't know how to say your name. I think I probably butchered it. That's a tradition around here, to butcher names. Yeah, dude, Polaris is out and looks good. It's pretty inexpensive. Yeah, I will say she likes, like, literally, I thought Dave liked heavy switches, or Chewy liked heavy switches. She puts Dave to shame with her switches. So yeah. It does look really good. Mentorly does a great job with designing her sets and getting to hear the reasoning behind why things were the way that they were. And, you know, there's only so much someone can put in an interest check. You know, there's really only so much that you can convey. And it's cool to really hear, and not just with Minterly, with all of the designers that we had on last month. It was really cool to hear the passion that they had about what they created. And, you know, how much they really enjoyed what they did. Yeah, doesn't it look good, Charles? Check. Oof. You know, and then you can have all the people that were in the chat were begging for the neck socks. What is up, Malvix? Malvix, I think that's how you would say that. We appreciate you stopping by. This is actually going to be my first board with an actual backspace, with a true OG backspace in forever. It's been like a year and a half, actually. Only done split backspace. Dude, Talisman, it's okay, man. I appreciate you stopping by. I know how that is. During the Krellbit interview a couple weeks ago, my internet decided to completely die, and yeah, it was not fun. We were like about to be done, and it died. I always end up with, especially with the 2Us, I always end up taking like half the lube off with my fingers when I'm putting the wire in. I always end up have to go back and re-lube little bits of it. Malvix, I appreciate the follow, my dude. Thank you for stopping by. We definitely appreciate you coming over from the Teha Types Discord. I did make a little post in there of that live in the self-promo section. Actually, we're gonna have Nathan on later this month for an interview. Sure, be on the lookout for that. Helps to be an engineer in these moments. It definitely does. But I feel like because you're an engineer, because you know what's wrong and you can't fix it a lot of times, like it's out of your control, it just pisses you off more. I know for me as like an AV guy, when I'm like at like a concert or something, or like at a presentation or something goes wrong, and I'm like, I literally know how to fix this situation, but I can't because I'm just a random like pleb viewer right now. Like I have no control in helping. But I'm putting quite a bit of lube on this, by the way, so that's cringy to you. I'm sorry. This is how I like my stabs, and I think my stabs are pretty good. Yeah, sure. Get in the hole. Nope. Yeah, it definitely, as you said, blows dead monkeys. I like that. I like that term, blows dead monkeys. Yeah. It's definitely not fun when you're like, and you feel bad. What's worse? Like, so for me being in like music industry for a while, and like I was working for bands and being a technician and stuff, and being in that kind of world, when you know the problem, like you can see the problem, but no one on their team can see the problem. Like they can't figure it out, and you're just like, it just is so cringy for you, you know, like it hurts so bad. You're just like, please just let me come up there and fix it, please. I definitely put that through the wrong. You know, I think you might have some luck in the next couple of months. The oh, that would be why. It would help if you to redo that one. It's always good to have some paper towels around, and apparently some dog hair. Listen, a little wrong way, because I'm an idiot. Grade 0, because most of that ended up on my fingers. Yeah. If you're looking to get some 205 grade 0, which is what I'm using to lube these stabilizers, you can go to switchmod.net/mechs-on-deck. I was right. It's Relbit. He's got it back in stock. He had it out of stock last week, and this week it's back. Get yourself some 205 grade 0, or like what I used in the in these Zelio V2s, some 3203. He's got both, as well as 3204. Excuse me. You can get all three of those at switchmod.net/mechs-on-deck using our affiliate link. Helps us out a little bit, and it helps you by giving you a 4% discount, which is pretty fancy and pretty nice. Definitely recommend that. You can get lubed up. Everyone wants to be lubed up a little bit, you know? What switches are in the build? It is actually 78 gram Zelio V2s. Yeah, KBD 8X Mark IIs should be coming out. So if you're looking at getting a KBD 8X, I would hold off a little bit. Maybe see if you can get an extra, or if they have them in stock, which I would just hope that they will. But Johnny Wen, this is a KBD75 with 67 is what's in my board. 78 gram Zelio V2s, and they are lubed with 3203 or Krytox 32, not Krytox, Tribosis. I am all kinds of messing up right now. Inks versus creams, what do I like better? Well, personally, I'm not a big linear person, but I will say that my preferences are highly skewed on the usage of certain springs and lube in both of those switches. So personally, I will say that I really enjoyed Chewy's novel creams. He has a tofu wind keyless, or had a tofu wind keyless with creams with the switches or the springs replaced with from the stock, which I think is 67 to either 85 or 90. I don't remember off the top of my head, but they felt incredible. And I believe you lubed them with 205 grade 0, 3204. You like yellow springs? Like Gatoron yellows? Nice. You know, Gatoron yellows are pretty nice. I know a lot of people that really love Switch and have for a really long time. It's kind of like a staple in the linear. You've got, especially from like a price to performance standpoint, those are like some of the best switches. Which is, price to performance is not something that a lot of people talk about. Yeah, creams sound better, inks are smoother. I think that's the perfect way to describe that. I prefer the sound of the nylon housing of the novel creams. Stop. But some people might prefer the smoothness. Music did stop. And Johnny, if you're new here, welcome. Didn't know Chewy, the guy who answered your question in chat. He is the other half of this channel. We typically do content together. Sometimes we do content alone, like build streams. So, all right. So I was talking with Chewy about this plate. This PCB. It supports so dang much. So dang much. There's a big sound difference between PC and brass plates. If you want to go quieter, I would say go with PC and inks. This polycarbonate's going to be a little bit softer. It's not going to be quite as harsh. It's going to have a little bit more flex to it. And then whereas the brass is going to be a little bit louder, stiffer. And then inks are just naturally quieter than creams. Alright, so let me make sure that this is correct. So don't have issues. This is the cap set that's going on. I don't remember the name of it. Chewy might have to help me out in the chat because he actually helped our friend in the Discord pick all this out. I believe this is all from KBD fans. So this is all stuff that you can get shipped to your house in a couple of days, depending where you live. Not sponsored by KBD fans, although Way, if you're out there, definitely would be willing to talk. Just kidding. Love KBD fans. It's one of our favorites. Is to get stuff. It's where both Chewy and myself started. It's So highly recommend King. Quick stuff if you need some, you want a quick board, build something right now. It's kind of the best place to go, other than like Mech Market, where you might be spending quite a bit more if you're starting out. There's a little bit of everything there, so it's definitely worth it. I always have to check to make sure. Switch. Safe and sorry. This plate is so free, or this PCB has got so many options that switch is not sit very well. So good. I use the plate. See, like right here, it's too much. So the weird thing about the KBD75, and Chewy and I were talking about this a little bit ago, is that you can actually, let me get the rest of the stabs in first. You can actually use this as like, you can turn half of the board into a numpad, which is crazy. It's pretty nuts. This thing has some pretty... Yeah, it's like a 40% plus a numpad. It's nuts, but it makes the PCB like impossible to figure out. Not impossible. It just makes it to where it's like there's just so many options. Like look at this side. Look at this. It's just nuts. It's insane. So I would say if you're getting a KBD75, maybe get some help, have some friends, ask questions, some people if you don't know exactly what you're doing. Don't feel bad to have to ask some questions. Join us on Discord. Got plenty of people that be willing to help out and help you figure out where you should put your switches, because personally, this is a little bit crazy. Johnny, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, my dude. Like enter, right? Gotta figure out which one is actually the right one. Like, what? This one. Happen to know if the USB-C version is in the V. I think it fits. I think they all fit. They all fit. Some more. That's right. That's gotta be right. Let's get some anchor switches in here. So basically what I'm having to do right now is I'm having to put the plate on already, because actual PCB, because it has so many options, like things like the spacebar are going to be impossible to test without having plate. It's just gonna fall out. It's just not gonna. But it is important to always test your stabilizers before you start soldering, because if you say you went a little ham with it and you over lube just a hair and they don't return, you want to fix that. Or if it's too rattly, you want to be able to taken care of before you start soldering. So like if you were to go with a half plate, what a half plate would do is it would give you, if you're looking for a board that's going to have a lot of flex, a lot of give to it, so like when you're typing you want it to kind of be a little bit bouncy like that per se, your best option is going to be your best option's going to be half plate. But the thing about doing a half plate, especially if it's your first board, your first build, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you personally, because it's got a little bit things, you know, with a half plate, basically this entire middle section, so basically just your mods and then your number row on a 60%, it's just your mods and your number row that have support. And so the entire middle is basically plateless mount, which can sometimes be really hard to get lined up. So like for instance, you want to make sure you use a PCB mounted switch if you're going to do that. If you're going to use a half plate, you really want to use a PCB mounted switch. And what that means is, so like let me grab another switch here. So this is a PCB mounted switch. So this actually has 5 pins on the bottom. So see those 2 plastic pins that are on either side of the center? And then obviously you have your metal pins that you solder in. This is a plate mounted switch. This is a Yacht Ride Panda. That doesn't have those. So what happens if you're not using a plate and you're using these, the alignment can get really, really off. So when you go to put your keycaps on, they're all over the place and they're rubbing against each other, and it's just frustrating. Then you got to desolder and resolder, you got to move things around. So it gets a little bit difficult and it might get a little bit frustrating for you. So I would definitely recommend getting these. So in that case, with what you were looking for, between inks and the creams, I would 1000% say inks, because inks are PCB mount switches, whereas creams are not. So if you are looking to do a half plate, and honestly even with a polycarbonate plate, I'd probably recommend doing inks just because there's so much flex there. It'll just make it a little bit more secure. You're not going to have any issues where if like you drop the board or something, it's not going to have as high of a chance of breaking. So the creams are PCB mounted? I didn't think they were. Oh, they are. I am totally wrong. You can do either or. I just assumed they weren't because I know that they were done by Kale. Either way, then do whatever you like. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate the correction there. I just assumed they weren't because Kale typically does not. Like for instance, their box switches, which this is a box switch, I think. This is a Holy Panda. Oh, that's a Holy Panda. Yes, they can go on plates. Like I'm using PCB mount switches on a plate. It just makes it to where everything lines up a little bit easier as well. So definitely highly recommend them. Highly, especially if it's your first board. All right, now we're gonna test these out. That's so weird. Interesting. I wish that more people would just put I wish that like on box switches they would just put them. I'm actually not sure why they don't put the Kale doesn't. I know that it's kind of the first time for them with the creams. And then I think they manufactured the Holy Pandas for drop, but this needs a little bit more. So the creams are a little bit scratchy without lube. Actually, it's just a tear. Sorry. Just a hair scratchy. So ideally you would take these off, but luckily with 205 grade 0 being a lot thinner than something like dielectric grease or super lube, a lot easier to make small adjustments outside of the without having to take it apart. Screwed it. Yeah, you can hit up either Chewy or myself. We can show you how. Yeah. I should probably screw these. I was wondering why they felt like a little bit weird. It is important to be fairly gentle with screw-in stabs, as sometimes it is just plastic. So if you're too hard, they can actually get stripped. Not sure if they're should be better when lubed. Materials, no, that's how that should have built. Secret, that's what excess effect. Well worn. That is very true. You bring up a fantastic point. So basically what Talisman is saying is want to break your switches in. Basically what happens is, like the vintage black situation, not every vintage black, like when you're looking for a vintage black, it's not just about what year the switch was made. There's also kind of a wear time on those switches that you want. There's a certain feel that you're looking for. So if you're someone who's super familiar with vintage blacks, you're gonna know a little bit more what you're looking for than someone who's just like, oh, let me harvest these vintage blacks. So basically what he's saying is play with your switches before you loop them. If you're able to have like a tester board or something, like if you have a hot swap board, put your switches in, play around with them for a couple weeks at least. And then if you don't like them still, you can lube them up after that. Now, if you're just someone who wants to lube just cuz, then just lube just cuz. It's all about personal preference. Okay. I am satisfied with those. Switch breaking in service. Just get someone that has just like someone that just sits there and like it's like perfectly like a machine that's made perfectly to to press the switches over and over and over again all day. Alright, so now that we are done with our stabilizers, some sort of automated press, I agree, man. That would be great if you could order, because like realistically, the Cherry MX blacks that are out right now, they could be some of the best blacks that exist. We don't know yet. No one's worn them out enough. Actually, clean that up in a bit. All right. Put some of this stuff away. I don't want to lose my screw ends. All screws. Some switches in, solder some switches before we I will say, before I started this stream, I did test the PCB. Put it into a program called EK Switch Hitter, and I tested out even the ones that I wasn't going to use, I tested out every pad, everything, just to make sure that everything worked in case, for whatever reason, if our friend we're building this for doesn't want to stick with this layout, he wants to change to something different. verified that it works. And then what I'm doing now is I'm putting in some kind of some switches just to make sure that the plate stays straight. So this is something that happens a lot sometimes with if the board has traveled a long time. It's not this doesn't have that issue, but I know KBD fans used to have the issue a little bit, especially with some of the aluminum plates. They would have the issue where the actual plate would be bent just a little bit. So you really wanted to make sure you had some anchor switches in there to keep the board kind of together. So, yeah. I should turn my soldering iron on. That'd be helpful. Just remember, always be salty. But yeah. And then I like to work on something like this. Sometimes I work on like a mouse pad or something. But I decided I want to show off the desk a little bit today. Let's get these anchor switches in. I am left-handed, so if anyone's wondering why my soldering iron is in a weird position, it's because I'm left-handed. Dirty on the end there. Time being. Just blacks is somehow the tool. Respectful. I would agree. I would agree that I do have a fan, by the way, but it's like their side. It's like back here, so that's why it's blowing this way. Next time I'll have a fan that's visible, so everyone knows I'm not killing. So there are certain pains with being left-handed. I basically have to solder every keyboard completely upside down so I don't destroy things on the PCB. Forgot how big these are. Wide they are. Adds to a lot of positive build recently. Wouldn't it, Talisman? It'd be a great invention for this community. But I could see, you know, there's something similar in every community, something like that. Let's see. Soldering irons, which are obviously not turned on. Like what kind of models? Oh, models like people models. Like people models? Or like car models or something. Toy models. People models? People posing, holding this end of the iron. What? Oh, what's up, PC Load Letter? How you doing, my dude? Or female, or girl? I don't know. Either or. Discriminate here on Mechs on Deck. We're all about everyone. Everyone. It's a good save. That is pretty hilarious, though. So, this making sure, basically what I'm doing is I'm making sure that it's there. So see how there's like a little gap, but that's because there's a little nub on the bottom of the switch. Okay. Just want to make sure that's pressed up against the board. Want your solder. See how it's like a little bit of a, almost like the hat from the sorting hat from Harry Potter. You want it to kind of look like that. You don't want to go, you don't want it to be a full circle. You don't want it to be a dome. We're not making any dome houses here. You want teepees, not domes. That's the way I always taught how to solder. Like pencils? Oh. I didn't realize that it's Pat. Like, who in their right mind as someone who takes pictures, like, why would you not search? Be like, all right, gotta make sure that we do this right. So, by the way, what he's saying is they held it right here. I don't know if you can see. You can't see this. Right now, this is 650 degrees. AKA third degree burns on your hands almost instantly. Don't be an idiot. Don't touch the metal. I've done it. It hurts. It's not fun. .660 is where it's at. 650 is. Hey, so you're on 666. We can't talk. We can't be friends. All right, so now we're getting close to the newly crowned segment. Called Solder Talk. I'm gonna need a volunteer. Who would like to come on, talk with me? Out on have a nice little conversation. I solder this board. Volunteer. This is for someone else. This is actually for someone in our Discord. This is not for me. I didn't solder the middle switch. Is anyone out there that would like to come on Discord, have a little chat, ask me questions, critique my building so far? I will take critiques. Not the best builder. I do alright. Well, while we contemplate who we're going to have in solder talk, I'm gonna put these switches in. I'm gonna jam out to this somewhat lo-fi song. We got left. Who's still here? No one. Says Geo. Oh my dude. Not Geo. Oh Geo. You wanna come on and talk to me? You wanna have a conversation? You wanna critique me about everything I've done wrong? Where's Chewy? Am I doing regular or stepped caps? I'm just gonna do regular. Just you're bitter? I don't know if I want you on then, man. What'd you play? What'd you queue for? Did you queue tank? Did you queue DPS? Did you queue healer? What's up, Malvix? You're only allowed. Were you playing with Brian? All the top clack Discord gamers. I was asking if I'm doing stepped caps or regular caps. I'm just gonna assume I'm doing regular caps. That's what I was asking. I was summoning you. No caps. Regular control. Well, I still need to know if it's stepped or not, Geo. Is the music too loud? I have it turned way down in my ears, but higher for y'all. So difference for me versus you. Dude, I need to get on that exercise regiment. I gotta drop some LBs as well. Chewy and I were talking about maybe doing something with the together, like with the community, with our community. This plate's got a whole bunch of scratches on it. Oh, Geo. Just trying to have a good time. It's bent. In the hole. To your home. What I find really weird about this plate So that's made for... I'm just starting out. I'm surprised that they don't support switch top open. What is the real question? Slash cherry. But honestly, I have no idea. I've used knockoffs once, and when I did, I didn't even know if I was lubing them at all correct. I just put a whole bunch of super lube on there, and it felt the stab returned, and it didn't make a whole bunch of noise. But since then, I've used GMK. So I'm gonna roll with a fat, I don't know. One. Do you like mix up all your stabs or something? Now you don't know? It's what? You just had a whole bunch of random like plate mount GMK stabs. You mixed them with some cherry ones. As if you don't trust, yeah. Feel you. I feel like plate mount stabs are such a good idea, but just terrible in execution. Yeah, sure. I know that there's like the issue. There's like some issues going on right now, or not issues, but there's some changes that were made to the GMK stab. Cherry stabs. I can't remember which one it was. I saw some post on Reddit talking about how the standards were changed. Yeah, I don't have any of the new stock either. These are old. Hoping when I purchase them, I can still get some older stock. Dude, creams sound so good. Creams sound amazing. I'm excited for my 0siris with creams. It's gonna be the best. Lube it with 205 grade 0. Gonna spend some time. Sound great. Did you lube your creams? They're a little scratchy if you don't. Really? Are they a little bit scratchy for you? In the Tokyo to break in? He did have 2 available this weekend. I saw it. I was lucky enough to get in when he did the when he opened it back up. It was a couple months ago. Like 2 months back, he opened it up for a couple more, and I was able to get one because I was not able to get one initially. Dude, Talisman, don't you have like 10 GMK sets just sitting on like a shelf or something? Just like unopened GMK sets. It's over here with like Serica still unopened in the packaging. Like Moon. Chewy has a label maker. I just use him for his label maker. Chewy's way more organized with his stuff than I am. I just have a drawer that I throw everything in. He's got like a closet that he's got everything in. With this nice like little shelf with all of his key sets, all in bags and labeled. All of his different switches are all labeled with like amounts and stuff. Like, Chewy went hard with his organization on his keyboard stuff. I'm just like, yeah, I'll just throw it in this drawer. I'll just put these GMK keycap trays in my bathroom closet because that's close. He even labeled my after the meetup, he labeled my TX bags for me. Such an awesome dude. Such a genuinely nice guy. Remember, if you're new here, don't forget to follow the channel. We will be streaming again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We typically stream every Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday is starting to become more and more a thing, so you can expect us here Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Central, as well as Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central. Tomorrow, which is Wednesday, we will have Mr. Heine Bush is going to be joining us. We're going to be talking the different key sets he's done. Violet on Cream, EPPT Slate, the HB CP. We're going to be talking the H87, the whole 9 yards, man. Every little bit. We'll ask him about his organizational techniques. Dude, I bet he's super organized. That's actually a good question, Gio. That's actually a really good question. Although I feel like some people would be super embarrassed and not want to answer it. I don't remember this is supposed to have side. Not gonna. I think it's one. Yeah. What am I supposed to do? I need Chewy again. Do you know what he wants here? I should have figured this out before. Does he want 3? I think you can do that. I don't know. It's been a long time since I built this board. Well, this was someone who, like, he didn't know what he wanted. Yeah, so it's the 3 here. That's what I thought. The thing is he didn't know what he wanted. That was the issue. So we basically helped him decide on a. Chewy did. Say we. Solely Chewy. It was solely Chewy. And I feel like that's not right. It's not right. Don't I can't find my IC puller, so I have this really cheap one. That's right. The problem is I don't think he knew at all. Gio didn't know what he wanted. Speed up. Not gonna lie. I need to shift over. Yeah, that's what's about to slow down. And that's why you should support switch top opening. Push it from the butt. Nitpick. Appreciate the follow. Thank you, my dude. Thank you so much. This should be. Should be. That looks funky. I keep forgetting that this is tray mount, so I don't have to worry about the edge, and it goes supposed to go flush. So I was like, no, there's supposed to be space because it's supposed to. Cause I got so used to building a sandwich mount because I have a sandwich or top mount. All right, that's good. A little salt. A little salt. I feel like I'm not gonna get a solder boot. Let's see, let's choose. We might intrude. Let's check this out. Let's make sure we don't have any bent pins here. Jump page down, spin. All right. I need to buy a new IC puller because that sucks. Jump page down. Page up is bent. True. True. Definitely a solid choice. All right. There we go. It's about like. I mean, really, man, you can't go wrong. Both the creams and the inks are really good switches. Before, everyone got all up on the ink train. Everyone was all up on the cream train. It dropped? What dropped? The stream? Stream didn't drop for me. I don't show any drop frames. Go. I am just verifying that I don't have any other bent pins here. Just to make sure that I fix those before I start soldering. Because I don't particularly like having to take solder off. It's not very fun. Not gonna lie. Actually kind of sucks. Alright, gotta solder upside down. Your boy's lefty. You built a microphone? That's pretty dope. Sorry, I was checking my pup. Make sure. Oh. They're in comp. Alright. We're gonna hop in. We actually got quite a few friends in here. So we've got Chewy. Old Dankly Frank from Prime Caps, Grindbox, Ginley Bean, John from Zap Cables are in this call, as well as Doodle Bob, aka Chewy's wife, and then Pink Zip. I don't know how to say that. But we're gonna hop in. We're gonna hang out with them while I solder. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Hello.
Oh, I need to reload.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
There's a lot of stuff happening right now.
Just mid Overwatch comp game.
Yeah.
Steve is hacked right now.
How's that going?
And I'm hearing everything
Good.
twice. This is a nightmare.
Not too bad, yeah.
Sorry, Chewy.
Alright, let's regroup.
Yeah. Regroup on Rhine.
What app are y'all playing?
Bonnie.
Bonnie. Man, I can't think. That's like there's like 4 things happening right now.
No.
And I'm actually playing comp.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Y'all been playing
Alright, go,
comp
go,
all
go, go,
night?
go.
Fuck you,
Get
Genji.
him.
Got him.
Good.
Whoa, there's a bunch of turrets on the back of the payload.
Yes.
Shield is coming down now.
How's the build going? Looks like
down.
it's going smooth.
No. Oh.
It is.
Okay.
Oh, I died.
All Switch testers, all Switch tester lovers lose Overwatch games, according to Geo.
I love me a Switch tester.
You gotta focus this Winston when he shows up.
Bob are not big, competitive.
He's hacked.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
It's very
Shit, sorry,
surprising.
you guys.
You saved me.
Genji hatch.
Thank you.
I tried.
So many turrets, so
I
many
so
turrets.
I couldn't kill him, but I dodged all his swings. Get the Winston, please.
Oh, Genji got res.
I'm-
I'm actually really pumped to see this board
Ah.
finished.
Oh, I bounced. It bounced off the wall. Fuck. I
good.
mean, dang. Sorry.
Whew, okay. That was a good recovery.
Yeah, we really gotta worry about that Winston because he's just jumping in and fucking us up.
He goes through the shield, right? So
I'm gonna try and respond.
Yeah,
to
so
chat
just start
here.
swinging when he shows up. Like swing and put your shield up between swings, like animation cancel. Here he comes. Roast him.
Thank you for the follow, SN Foil.
Get the mercy.
Diva's hacked.
I'll get the. Oh, Genji killed me.
Symmetra, Symmetra. Genji on me, Genji on me. He's low. He's really low. He's dead. Ah, Winston's hitting me into the wall.
Mercy down.
Typing.
I have my ult, but I'm dead. No.
They're all low. They're all low.
Coming
Yeah, they were
Oh, I
talking
got
about
melted by the
Ulting,
lasers.
V3 earlier. The V3
Diva's got all. Watch out.
I'm trying to stall. I
KBD75.
stalled as long as I could.
I don't know if it's announced yet. I mean, I'm sure, you know,
Grind's gonna come in
AIO
with a fat ult. I can feel
Oh
it.
my
is
God.
planning on doing
Oh, sorry.
I'm coming.
a little bit of
Sorry.
every
Throwing healing,
kinda
throwing
redoing
healing.
it.
Yes, actually.
Nice, nice.
Oh,
Push him,
these
push
were
him.
like $20. Yes.
Nice, Frank.
Healing, healing, healing.
yeah, I
Yeah,
know, right?
Oh, shout out to
Think,
Prime Caps. Prime Caps, everybody. Hit them up.
hey, what's up?
Yeah, shout out to Prime Caps.
Heck
Zap cables and Prime Caps.
Zap cables.
If you didn't know this,
I have a
I'm
question
using
for
a
you.
Zap cable, and it's
And
the
think
best.
about it. You don't have to answer right away.
Yeah, the signals go down the cables faster somehow.
It's
Okay,
magic.
teleporter, teleporter, be careful.
Oh god.
Turret's on the right side.
She's zapping me. I'm down.
I could
Come
not
on,
heal
you
I didn't
guys.
pick up the turret.
Oh, I was one
No,
HP away.
that's
Wow, we're
gonna
gonna
be
lose
game.
this in overtime.
Oh.
Damn.
So yeah, Zap cables.
Yeah, Zap Cables, man. How you doing, John?
Good, good. Yeah, we designed Chewie a special cable so he could kill people faster.
Did you really?
And trust me, I needed it.
Cherry Speed switches Zap Cables, the ultimate low latency gaming action.
Still play with a wireless mouse.
It's 1 inch diameter.
Yeah.
Good
It's got a loop. It's got a lube core.
It's a tank of a cable. There's actually a coil around the cable, but the coil doesn't do anything. The cable just goes through the coil.
All right. Let's see here.
Oh man.
Zap, I want to get like a tri cable that's like braided,
Mm-hmm.
and then just like fuse them all into one cable. Can you do that for me?
Like 3 separate cables braided together?
Yeah, and then like into one. Like melted into one, so it's just one cable with 3 separate cables back into one.
Why?
I mean, technically, yeah, sure, we could do it.
All right, dude. There it is. Next
Can't
collab.
promise how well it'll work, but
Hey,
Because everything's bigger in Texas.
you know, dude.
True.
Dude, Zap Cables is awesome.
Oh, that's fine.
You could have given up my car.
They have a bastion.
So I'm just gonna let everyone know I just put my knuckle
no.
of
Oh,
my
I
middle
couldn't get behind
finger
the shield.
against my soldering iron, and it felt amazing.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I tried to hit Q.
Well, they have a bastion, so
Yeah. How should we do this? Do you want to go
I'll-
Bastion?
I can dive the bastion.
regroup.
I just need like McCree to fuck him up. Whoops! Probably shouldn't curse too much.
Wait, are you on Twitch?
Yeah. This whole conversation is being streamed right now.
Do you have like a? It's okay if you have a. I'm not
Go hard
gonna
left,
bring
guys.
it up. All right, let's see
Oh,
here.
someone else is in here.
Who goes there?
Metal Chuck.
Oh, and then he leaves.
He did that on accident, guaranteed.
He does that all the time.
Watch
He's
out,
like-
Chewie.
I need to be able to dive him, but
I'll give you an orb.
I'm trying, but I can't heal
Bash
you
is
if you're
down.
flying at him.
Okay, come down.
Okay, come down,
Green
come down,
res.
come down,
I'm
come
gonna
down.
try.
I'm gonna catch up with chat here in a little
Oh
bit.
he
god,
got
put a
res.
field, put a field.
Turrets.
Oh no.
Got a
I'm
Steel
dead.
Series wired over a Logitech wireless. And honestly,
have time
I think
for
it
another
should've gone
push?
wireless. I think
Oof.
the Logitech
they're
wireless
getting
mice
healed.
are amazing. Like they're such a
Yeah, switch to
good
Bastion, but I don't know if we can touch in time.
mouse. I used one for a
We have
while.
46 seconds. We'll be all right.
And it was great.
I almost have ult.
I switched
that-
back to
that's,
Zowie because I like Zowie
That
better.
Moira is
but-
getting some lucky orbs off. Doing tons of damage.
Could
I
never
can't
get
do the
used to
voice.
it.
Yeah, there it is. I can't do it.
Okay, I have a. I'm
91
gonna try and aim it for the Bastion.
Ryan's really hurt.
I'm gonna EMP on Bastion.
Bastion's way back there.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Pro wireless
Oh,
is
shield's
like
down.
No.
he's
an
got it.
incredible mouse.
Nice, let's go.
Like,
No.
Ryan's hack too.
Get him.
Mercy's
the-
down.
The only reason why people like
I'm
the
down.
Bastion's
final
down.
mice
Oh,
better
shit.
than that is because of the
No.
weight.
Did we just lose?
Oh,
Did Nathan
Not
Kim
yet.
get it
I
for
think
us? Is the
draw?
Nathan Kim
No,
Nathan
we have
Kim
to- we have
spec on
another
mice
round.
now
We
the
have to
G
defend.
Pro
Okay, I'm
wireless?
still on the point. Just
I
kidding,
wouldn't
I'm
be
dead now.
surprised though, like
Mhm.
considering 90%
Nice
of the
try.
people that he's built boards for
Lame.
are
or is
also
that a draw?
sponsored by
Okay, that's a draw.
Okay,
All right,
then.
we'll take it.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Yeah.
I can
someone
live with
came
that.
running into the last second of the last game.
It seems odd though because technically we won before if we had a faster time than them.
Yeah.
It seems
Yeah,
weird to
it's,
have to play again.
the G Pro
Mixed bag.
wireless is lighter.
Look at
than
that.
What the 900? The G900? It is definitely lighter than the G900.
I think it's like that though. Yeah,
G900 is a
that
heavy mouse.
which I keep forgetting her name, but she was walking all over us.
Symmetra.
Yeah. I keep thinking like autistic Indian lady.
So Metro, so Metro OP.
Pretty OP right now with all the shields.
See that?
The G Pro wireless is.
Well, we are gonna
lighter.
hop off.
Yeah, me too.
At least Overwatch.
GG everybody.
Yep.
I'll stay for some solder talk. And just talk about solder
You're gonna be my friend. You're gonna
and
hang
all
out.
the different types of solder there are. Like
I don't want to
there's
talk
this
about
kind
different
of
types
solder and that kind of solder, and then there's
Did
kit.
you make your own type of solders?
Yeah, dude. Well, actually, was it? I forgot who made the joke a long time ago. I think it was Brian about going back to like Soviet Union keyboards, desoldering them, and then using
the
the
solder,
solder from
again.
that for custom solder.
Repurposing the solder.
Solder is starting to sound like a weird word. Stop saying.
Solder.
Solder is a little bit of a weird.
Solder. It's like kernel. It's like trying to go up to someone and be like, "Hey, welcome to the English language. Spell kernel wrong."
KERNAL.
Wait,
yeah,
which
we
one? Do you
don't-
mean like
It's
the,
NEO.
the
The colonel, like
The
the.
purple-
I'll catch up with you guys later. Have a good one.
See
Later,
you,
grind.
Grindbox.
Yeah.
Bye, Jinly. Yeah, dude, kernel is a weird word.
I guess it's my time to. I will catch you on the flip side.
So-
Peace out. Who's left? Janelle and Oily Josh. Although I'm pretty sure Jenly just forgot to log off.
All right, let's see.
As soon as I
Check
got
it.
up.
Duck butter. I'll answer this one.
Yeah, you
Duck
answer that
butter. Tada 68.
Yeah, dude, if you're looking for
That's like, I mean, it's not technically under $100, but Tada 68, which is like, okay, I think it's With switches, it's like $1.20, $1.30.
Comes with caps.
Well, I just hit back on the Twitch stream.
Comes with caps. Does feeding the solder quickly minimize flux splash? Kind of. It's gonna get everywhere anyway, so you might as well just embrace it. Flux is not a bad thing. That's the other thing that people like freak out about. Having flux everywhere is not a bad thing. It just protects things. Like I don't know.
And it feels. Oh, I just vaped into the thing. I'm sorry. Plus, it feels great on your fingers once it's like boiling lava hot.
Well, I don't know if anyone in the chat has ever watched like someone who's actually like repairing a true PCB. They just like pour flux on and vacuum it off. Cover this board in flux real quick. Isn't the you don't want to build it? Isn't the glorious GMMK one the 60%? Isn't it like $100 as well?
I think so. Don't know.
But if you want to build it, it's kind of hard.
You can definitely do a lot with like $150. So maybe save up another $50.
But the thing about the Tada that's really nice is you can go from plastic case to the aluminum case or even a tofu 65 case now. Just pretty freaking fancy.
Yup. Fancy schmancy, man.
Fancy schmancy. How was your day, Chewy?
It was all right. Morning was a little hectic, but lots of crying children. They let the parents into the rooms for day one, and then like day two, all those kids are like, "Oh, I don't know what."
They're all freaking out.
They're like, "Oh wait, why is mom and dad not here?" And so I had to walk a lot of crying children. I'm ignoring your question. I didn't see a question. Ask it again because I accidentally hit back on Twitch.
I didn't hit back and I don't see it.
Your cable, oh, dude, now straight to the keyboard. Although I do have the Bento Nano coming in eventually. I would assume it's going to be after, what's it called? Like after Bento ships because they have to get their caps. Why do you have I don't. I was just making the joke about taking 3 cables and then like braiding them to do this crazy braid and then like bringing it back to 1 cable because I thought it would look silly and funny.
So like have a super cable to where like all the ends terminate to one end.
Yup.
Crazy, my dude.
I do what I can. And I can what I do.
Yeah, and what you do.
Oh, I meant as a joke, like a 1-inch, like in diameter, thick cable that could fit through a coil, but don't even have the coiled cable like be anything. Just put that through a coil, which would be hilarious because that would serve zero purpose other than style. Oh, hey Zap, talking about extremely dumb cable solutions.
Oh, hit me. What do you got?
Oh, we were just talking about what we were talking about earlier with the 1-inch diameter coil or 1-inch diameter cable wrapped in a useless piece of cable.
Mm-hmm. So I've seen people do a straight cable, like through a coiled cable, to like have to like situate 2 cables neatly together. I've seen that done.
That looks pretty cool. Yeah, that does sound pretty cool.
I just want to braid.
Oh yeah, Najia's saying that in the chat. Yep, I've seen that done a bunch. Or you could make like combine two Chewy, like you're saying, two together and do it in that way where they come together in the end.
So with the way I have the light right now, it's casting a weird shadow on some of the solder points. So I feel like it's not flowing all the way around, and then I have to like turn it. to
I have
see-
it through the use of framing magic. I have this like awkwardly large desk lamp that extends over my keyboard, but it's just out of sight on both cameras, and it's amazing. And it's like a $25 little like book reader lamp.
Hmm.
Although it does make it hard to read chat, which is if you like go back and I'm reading chat, I'm like awkwardly looking above this lamp.
Well, the lighting is attached to the camera talisman. Like it's like on the hot shoe of the camera. And I'm not fancy enough yet to have multiple lights to like have this side. I've just got one there. Although they're not that expensive, so I should just probably buy.
You gotta hook up that Osiris purple mood lighting. That's what you need.
Dude, I've got a little bit of purple going in the back.
Always looks good.
It's just a hue bulb, just in the ceiling. Just a hue color bulb.
Oh shit, in the ceiling. So it's like purple all the time in there.
Well, I mean, I can have it be a different color. Like, Alexa, turn kitchen, or not kitchen. Alexa, turn dining green.
Way to trigger like everyone's Alexa right now.
Alexa, turn dining green.
Alexa, turn on fire sprinklers.
Luckily, I have a headset on, so.
Oh shit.
But I do have Alexa in my. She's integrated into my security system for my apartment, so.
Nice.
Semi trigger.
That's cool with the lights. I need to get those lights.
Pretty nice.
Alexa, give me bread. Boom.
Why are you, Gio? Why are you triggered that it's called dining and not dining room? Alexa, turn. Alexa, turn dining purple. Cool. Now we're back to
Mm-hmm.
the purple.
Classy.
I've thought about getting like a light bar or something.
Mm.
Who knows?
It looks good on camera usually.
Yeah. Well, my webcam tonight is C920 rather than the A6500. 65.
Mm-hmm.
No, dude, Malvic's creams are awesome.
Dude,
awesome. My cream switches are the first linear switches where Eric was like, I don't actively hate this.
This makes sense to me. Your own super talisman. Alexa, reduce my alimony. What? She just said that she was gonna play "Lose Yourself" by Eminem.
So my RPI has. Oh, by the way, I'm not on push to talk, but I made sure to mute the grasshopper discussion.
So what's weird is you can actually ask Alexa what her favorite Overwatch League team is and who her favorite Overwatch player is. And ironically, at least here, she says the Dallas Fuel.
Hmm.
It's probably location based.
I would think so. Because the fuel are not sponsored by Amazon.
And just wait until we get like a 96 key. Solder Talk's going to be like 90% of the entire stream.
Dude, I don't know why it always takes me so long. I'm just a talker.
If I'm not streaming, I can knock out a 60% solder job in like 12 minutes, but sometimes you just got to take your time.
Yeah, I like taking my time. Watching what I'm. Especially, I think there's a bigger difference when I'm like making a board for someone else versus myself.
Mm-hmm.
For myself, I'm just like, let's just go.
I have the same feeling during the tofu build. I was like, all right, like, take your time, make sure everything's all right.
How did I miss that bit pin? Oh, I gotta. Take it out. What's up with essay is a pro. Sorry. I would say essay probably shines more.
Yeah,
GMK.
but they like come more shiny, like out of the box.
I like essay. It's pretty.
Malvix, man, you gotta. Oh, I added this. This is a quote from Heine. Boom.
What is it?
Once a set shines, it is truly yours.
That's such a good quote, though.
It is. That's why I added it to our
Like, really. So my solder sucker broke. Sucks. It's a lot easier.
Knob. Knob is a knob. Jackson, by the way, it does not. The numbers will never rub off.
Yeah. Regardless of.
So if you look at the
say.
bottom of a GMK cap, there's actually the colors in there. So like you won't like. I do not recommend doing this, but even if you took like a Dremel or like a buffer. Or just sandpaper and like sanded down your keycaps for whatever reason, the letter would still be there because the plastic is like molded into it. So they're not like printed on. Double shot. So spacebar inconsistent shine happens. Just take your hands, take your nice greasy, oily hands, and just rub them all over that spacebar every day. Give it a nice even shine. Science just says. I've never heard someone say that, but maybe I don't know. I like the shine. It's smooth. I like how smooth it is.
Int.
My camping my camping set is nice and smooth. Gives it some character.
It's like, I don't know. It's like it makes it to where it's like something to be proud of, almost. You know.
Yep. I could understand not wanting to buy a set on Mech Market that's really shiny because it's like you didn't put in all the effort, but it's not yours until it shines. I love it.
if it shines, just say. I like keycap shine. Especially, I mean, even if it's used, it just means it's been loved.
Shine love. Can I curve this combo? It's an interest. Anodizing. Man, what do you want to talk about with anodizing?
It's your
If ano starts going bad, key cold anodizing is very solid.
some of the best. Duck, on the other hand, rough. Literally rough. Ano sucks. Stop using it. Geo is not a fan of it.
Get a raw case and then just get some like acrylic paint and make it yours.
Don't do what he just said. I don't Axon, I don't think that'll ever I don't foresee like I don't see that ever happening because it's hard to like verify unless you buy it directly from that person.
Jackson, go for it, man.
Use some plasti dip.
Is it safe for work? I guess, yeah. Safe for work.
If it's a true
Sure.
Instagram link, it'll be safer.
Oh, that kind of anodizing. The like marbly, the fades that people are starting to do now.
Oh, like that one TGR board.
Mm-hmm.
Could be another revenue stream. Like, Jimmy, let's just start doing that. We'll just shine the crap out of some keycaps, and then we'll sell them for like quadruple the price because we used them.
But there's like the Nathan Kim spec, but then if you get the Mex on deck shine,
that'll be our thing. The shine.
You send us your caps. I'll use them permanently for 6 months while eating plenty of hot wings and other greasy things.
Yeah. We'll get
Just
that
really
Texas heat on the keycaps.
tear into it.
Now that
Yeah.
I don't think that will ever happen. Also, sure that your fingers tightly grip the burning portion of the act. Yeah, do you do that? We do live in Texas.
We both live in Texas.
Texas boys.
Born and raised.
Say.
I think 27 qualifies. And 26.
Just say I'm not there yet. Couple more weeks.
Jackson BT Dub, most likely both of us are going to be there.
What, Austin meetup? Yeah, I think so.
So if you see us, come up and tell us that you're like, hey, I've seen you on stream because someone just kind of looked at me and yelled Chewy at the Houston meetup, and I was like, introduce yourself fast. Because someone was like, hey, dude, what's up, Chewy? And I was like, I have no idea who you are because there are no name tags and I don't know what people look like.
I think your name tags. That was one thing people were saying in the Discord is they wish they had name tags.
Tex on meth. Yeah.
Text on meth. I don't think we're not in a big meth area.
No.
Our portion of this is not.
Our portion of Dallas is famous for other drugs.
Cheese.
But
Stairs.
no, if Jackson, if you watch other videos where I'm in, I'm very easily noticeable and I stick out like a sore thumb.
And I'm pretty tall.
So you can find us pretty easily.
If Brian's not at the meetup, Brian from Top Clock, there's a good chance that I'm probably the tallest person there or to the tallest person over there.
Jackson is 6'4".
He's 6'4". Dang.
Easily be able to find us over the crowd.
I'm 6'2".
But no, just look for. I am 5'11". So I'm not short, but I am not like towering tall. But I am also a big dude, and I have a shit ton of hair.
He's all body, no legs.
I am. Like, someone comes over and tries to hip check me, they're just gonna hit me right in the body.
Austin is the 28th of September.
Believe.
that Saturday? Look. Yes.
Who is Mystery Man Chewy? I am Chewy.
Chewy.
We usually, most of the time, we do the show. Who wants to pay for my airfare? Not me. Here, Geo, donate to the stream like $400.
Yeah.
And we'll cover you.
Yeah, we'll spot your ticket there.
Jackson, check out the stream tomorrow, and you'll be able to see I have amazing hair. I won't even lie about that.
Yeah, so Chewy, the name of Chewy's face cam on my scene in OBS is Chewy's Incredible Dome Piece, because that's exactly what it is. Incredible.
It gets awkward sometimes, and I promise I'm not lying. We'll go out in public, my wife and I, and my wife has amazing hair as well. But people will come up to me and be like, "I love your hair," and I'm like, "Thanks, but compliment my wife first." I also get mistaken as a female every now and then from behind, and then I also have a very large, very long red beard, at least long right now. And I will turn around and they would stare at me for like 5 seconds in complete shock that they just called me a woman.
So man, you don't have to worry about subbing. Although, you can actually get a free sub.
Ooh.
If you have Amazon Prime, you can link your Amazon account with your Twitch account and get a free sub to your favorite streamer every month, aka Mex on Deck. So in the top right corner, you'll see a thing that says subscribe. You can click that, and if it says free sub ready, you can click that button. Any luckers? Dude, why are the F holes so much bigger than the rest of the board? Is that like a thing? Chewy's muted.
I'm sorry. I was not paying attention at all.
Why? So like the holes for solder, the holes for the switches,
Mm-hmm.
the F holes are like, the holes for the F row are like twice the size of the rest of the board.
That is strange. I have no idea why.
Show this off. F.
Probably just has something to do with being so close to the edge.
It's just weird. I'm just like, all of a sudden it's just like, yeah, I want all of the solder. You know, it messed up my rhythm.
$393. Heck yeah.
Is that how much it costs for Amazon Prime in Canada? Holy crap.
No, I think he's talking about airfare.
Oh, airfare.
$400. Man, I know my airfare tickets. Apparently. I don't.
I was like,
it's a
what?
good guess.
Switch.
Uno mas switch.
Dollar is very strong.
I mean, if I put on like a wizard cloak, I would look like a wizard.
He would. He could be Dumbledore. Just get you a nice little some spray paint.
Let me see. For the horde? What do you mean for the horde? I guess I'm confused. Sorry to keep going off of the anodization question.
All right. I think soldering.
Oh. Yeah, probably. I think it would look good.
What is this question?
Would the black, I guess the black and red with gold and brass, would that look good? And I say yeah. I'm not a big fan of black and red personally, but I'm not going to say it would look bad. I think it would look good.
This one did.
You would definitely be able to flex on people.
Just a subtle flex. I mean, key colts are really nice. I might offend some people here, but for the love of God, please don't put C3 tangerines in them. That is the switch that I do not enjoy. If there's anything I learned from the Houston Mechanical Keyboards meetup, it is how much distaste I have for C3 tangerines.
Man, you can make any switch smooth if you just put a pound of 205 grade 0.
Just lube. Okay. We plug in. See you.
Well, I'm going to hop off and watch the rest in the comfort of my Casper mattress. You should buy a Casper mattress. Casper, if you hear this, sponsor us.
Please sponsor us.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
I don't know how much I'll participate in chat after this, but I'll probably watch it just because I want to see what the end build looks like.
Yeah. Too. What's this?
But the children are waiting.
Children.
Impatiently.
The pups.
No, the people, the small people tomorrow.
Oh, the little children. Like your actual kids. Well, not your actual kids, but the...
Yeah, the KBD75, if it did have the offset, it'd be nice. But yeah, thank you. I'm glad we had some good solder talk.
Was
and
good.
check out us on tomorrow with Zahini Bush.
Zahini Bush.
Have a good night, y'all. Racing Draft. I'll hit you up tomorrow about scheduling a time to deliver the board.
Dude, this doesn't have delete programmed.
Hard rip.
It's got pause break. Who uses pause break?
All right, peace out, man.
See you, man. All right. Everything works. I know you can't see. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong thing now. All right. Down. Right alt. It's probably Windows. What's that? Oh, that's function. Let's see. Yeah, that's function. All right. Everything works. So that means we can turn that off. Cool down. Close EK switch hitter. I know I should have a scene where I have it open, but I don't. I'm sorry, people. Alrighty. Now we get to put this bad baby together. I think AIO3 might. He definitely might. Let's put this. There we go. I think he will. And it is actually a summit cube that he made for Chewy. Chewy gave to me. It's purple. So take this apart. You know, I will agree. I have a orange 75 that I very much enjoy. There's a lot of screws in there. I am not a fan of the Xeno. Personally. Screwdriver. I love the Key Colt one. The Key Colt #1 revision one. I think it is a great board. They feel amazing. It is flat with no incline. And it feels really weird at first, but I love it. Oh, my music stopped. So my thing is with the Xeno, my issue personally is I don't like the F-row. So I think the F-row of Xeno is actually super, and this isn't ants by the way, these are the clippings from the stabs. It's the clippings. It's too cramped up top. Because it's basically like this layout, but they just were like, remove this switch, these two switches, put a little bit of space, like a tiny bit of space, and put Poner's logo. Which I'm fine with. I think it looks okay, but personally I like the more, oh, I'm taking this apart. Let's tray mount. What are you doing? I just want to take this off. But that's why I like cases like the Orange 75, the 7Z, like the symmetrical, the standard F-row, someone would say. Yes, I did just talk to myself in the third person. Sometimes I like the blocker on that. I wish there was a blocker on this, but then it would just be a KBD 67 and a 75%, which I don't think would be a bad thing. That wouldn't be a bad. I'm off. Bro, it looks real clean. It's real nice. It's real even. It's just a standard F-row. Nothing fancy about it. There we go. I think that they're... No, I don't think they're going to do anything to the... I already have the 8X Mark II. I think they're going to roll with that for a little bit. They might do another revision maybe later. I would say probably in like 6 to 9 months maybe. But I think right now they just want to finish the one that's currently running, or just ran a couple months back, and then keep that in stock. I don't know if they've said if they're going to keep Polaris in stock or not. I would assume since it's not like the core line, they probably will not. Gotta deal with the pain that is these tiny. You know what? Y'all should all be excited that you get to watch me fumble with tray mount screws. You actually get to see it 2 weeks in a row, because if you weren't here earlier, next week on stream, we are actually building a prototype of John from Zap Cable's board, the bumper. So be sure to check that out. We've got a white bumper that we're going to be building. I am super stoked for it. It looks incredible. That's the wrong set of screws. Nincompoop. Those, I was like, why are these all the same? It's because those are your GMK screws. Listen, I've been up since 5, okay? It's an excuse. Alright. It's not for this. Ooh, I didn't even realize, John, you got he gave you VIP? Man. Can't believe we trusted you for that. No, I think we gave it to all of the just making sure that this is tight. Give it to all of our sponsors. I know, look at it. I'm missing a screw. Unlucky. Alright. Put it all together and see if we have an extra one. Now here's the fun part. Assembling tray mount board. Should probably supposed to take it up. Just put it together. And it just fit it. Why does it have to actually have a bezel? Why has it got a cover? If you're still here, I definitely appreciate you being here. Alright. Right way. Some drop. Cheated. No, you've got some fun stuff on the way. Right. So now you get to see my technique, how I do these. Words cannot express how much I dislike tray mount screws. Your boy doesn't have a super magnetized screwdriver. Pleb. So then 10T. Like right now. I'm judging you. They're not vape teasers, dude. They're ceramic tweezers, okay? Just come out. Is your reason they designed you where your head is bigger than the distance between the plate? I don't know what you're talking about, Gio. There's no vape. This is totally my technique, though. I grab it by the head. Stick it in. Except for this has these heads are way big. These are like, for whatever reason, they decided that they would design these. I don't have an Amazon link where you can buy ceramic tweezers. Let's just tighten it a little bit. What's up, Draxine? Ceramic tweezers are good for other things. It is not custom made. I purchased it from a website. I don't remember what the website is called. But it's what up, Jackson? Didn't know you were still here, my dude. This is why I need one of those magnets. See if we can. Not there. Yeah, let's separate these. Screws. Screw them. Totally forgot to screw it. Whatchamacallit? Is this your ano fade that you're looking to do? the key cult. That way. Night, Gio. You have a good night. I know it's late for you. You have a good night's sleep and enjoy your Wednesday. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for the stream with Heiny Bush. Talk about the HBCP, all the other cool stuff that Heiny does. Everyone loves, dude. Heiny's the best, man. Heiny's a cool dude. I say that having talked to him a singular time, but everything I've seen of him, he's a cool dude. Yeah, these tweezers aren't the best for this right now. Board mounts and like pieces. This is not a personal build. This is for. Can't remember his name. But welcome, Alhex. Appreciate you stopping by. So if you were here last week for the tofu giveaway, Alhex is the guy who provided that burgundy tofu for us to give away. So, big shout out to Alhex for doing that. Racing Giraffe won, so he is the winner. Line up acrylic as best as possible. It's not going to be perfect. It's just how it is sometimes. Yeah, I think Chewy's gonna bring it out to him. So he's actually local to us, which is super surprising. Not super local, but like not even an hour away. It was funny because Chewy was like, dude, I'll just bring it to you. should be. It's like, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a screw that goes in here. Did I eat dinner today? I think I did. Yeah, I ate dinner. Welcome to my life where I forget normal things like eating dinner. Right. Flush, but yes, I could do. That's what it's gonna do. Dude, right? It is literally the best way. Open a Switch leaving server. Dude, I thought about that. I do actually really enjoy tubing. Because a lot of times I like to watch a lot of esports events. So what I'll do is I'll put on, you know, I'll watch something on Twitch or whatever, and I will start cracking open the switches. The next thing I know, I'm done. And the tournament is over for the day, but you know, lubing does take a while. Getting everything done to where you like it. It's a little bit. I really like the way this sounds, actually. And I have I don't know if this board, I don't know if this kit has all the correct for this. Let me look at this. So what is this I'm looking at? Sorry, I was not. So the red is the anode, the gold is what you have. So the red is what you're trying to get. I think that looks dope, dude. The gold? Yeah. That looks awesome. No, dude, no blue. Do red. That's cooler than blue. Everyone does blue. There's a lot of red out there, but not a lot of red like that. I think that's like a really special. I like that this set has icon mods. Dude, this already sounds really good. For being a KBD fans board. It sounds awesome. Little brass point. Your strange version of tray mount. I love the way the key colts look. I love the way the key colts look. I will say the number 1 revision one, I'm not as big of a fan of the weight on the bottom, but I do love the way that they look from the side. Like, obviously you're not picking it up and looking at the bottom, but the side and back profile with the plate, you can see it. Oh, looks so good. So expensive though. $1,400 keyboard plus 350 yen out. Dude, I don't know what you're doing. The number 2 bottom looks better than number 1, but the number 1 revision one has the sitting on the table aesthetic. Is definitely higher. Alright, so these keys. Dude, yeah, it's like, if you can afford it, like, if you can justify it, then dude, do it. When I first built the, I first bought my orange, couldn't really 100% justify it, to be honest. But we're gonna use regular space this time. We have this kit because this is what he wanted. The CM RGBY set. I gotta find the keys. Alright, so icon mods. I think I need that. That. That again. It's the big one. Where's my little guy? There it is. This is function. Where's the little function? Do it, baby. I feel like I still use Windows. It's not Windows. Just for the look, at least for now. Symmetry. Symmetry. This feels weird. Because they're not. It's like ePVT to GMK. That's so weird. Hey Sophia, it's going well. I'm almost done. Just putting keys on. These guys job for 4 years if I made it. There's nothing custom. Dude. Absolutely. The wise words of Tom Haverford. Treat yourself. I think he said that at some point. but treat yourself. Dude, Parks and Rec is awesome. It's a question we ask every single one of our guests. Parks and Rec or The Office? Which one do you prefer? Oh, this is 2009. I didn't realize it was a PBT 9009. Interesting. Sorry about your ears. I thought this was just some random EPBT set. Then again, like I said at the beginning, I didn't order any. Chewy. Guy this is for, put everything together. Dave was just like, hey, can you build this? I said, I would love to. Typing. Yeah, let me get these last couple keycaps on here. Gotta find the right rows of things. The Office is definitely better in my opinion. Overall, as a show overall. Okay, so I need a This is so weird. Alright, I think that's the right. That is in fact the correct rows. See, I feel bad using these GMK, CMYY, because I feel like it should have all. All right. Here's the board. Looks pretty nice. Looks good. So we can do a typing test. Just make sure everything's like. plug it. So this is EPBT 9009 with the GMK add-on kit thing. Figure out how to program that. Yeah, it's got RGBs on it. Yeah, that's the CM. It's this one. This, like the CMYKs or whatever. RGBY set, 27 pieces. So it comes with icon mods for shift and regular shift, and then it comes with all different colors. Can I do a Bluetooth build next? I will try. If someone wants to have us build a Bluetooth board, I definitely would love to. But all right. It is a little bit weird going from ePBT to the GMK because ABS versus PBT feels a little bit weird. I'm gonna flip the spacebar though. Sorry about you. I can't type on a non-flip spacebar. That's the one that has like the handle in the middle? I haven't really seen much about it. It definitely is super unique. I will have to look into it later. But again, I agree, Sophia. Horizontal desk space is much more important than vertical desk space. It's horizontal. Actually, over here. This horizontal desk space is what you need in order to work. Vertical desk space isn't really going to be as big of a deal because chances are good you have a lot of room between your keyboard and your monitor, especially at work. Desks tend to be a little bit deeper. These keys, some of these keycaps are still a little bit, need a little bit of push down. There's literally zero flex to this board, which is nice. Feels a little bit feel where the points are just a hair though. It's a relatively thin brass plate. All right. All right. Again, my microphone is not really good for, it's not really set up to be a typing test mic, but I will do a quick typing test so you can kind of get a good feel for how these Zelio V2s sound. So here we go. Spacebar needs work. Spacebar needs work. Maybe it's just the key wasn't on there long enough. But Yeah, I thought it needed work. But it's more that the key on this side wasn't pressed down all the way because I flipped it. That's pretty even. You can really hear the difference between PBT and GMK, the ABS plastic. PBT is a lot thockier sounding. Yeah, I definitely think it sounds. I think it sounds really good. Get some of this stuff out of the way so I can get kind of like a clear little shot for the tubies. Bit of a dude, it feels really good. It makes me like, this is how my orange feels, but my orange has obviously a little bit of squish at the bottom because they are Xylants instead of regular Zelios. This makes me really excited for my Lumina because both Chewy and I are actually building basically the same board. It feels really, really good. Like, it feels really good. Like, even though these are like not broken in at all, they feel amazing. Spacebar super even. All the stabs are super even. Yeah, really excited about how it came out. Again, this is a KBD75 with 78 gram Zelio V2s, lubed with 3203. Stabilizers have been clipped and lubed with 205 grade 0. Again, thank you for stopping by tonight. We definitely really appreciate it. I know that it's busy and there's a lot of stuff going on, so we appreciate you taking some time out of your busy day to stop by, say hi, and watch us a little bit and watch me build this board. Want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, switchmod.net. You can go to switchmod.net/mexondeck to get 4% off lube and your lubing accessories. You can go to Zap Cables to get all your custom cables. You get DIY kits, watch our video, learn how to make one. And then you can also go to mexondeck.dixiemech.com. If you're looking to get 8008 or 9009, please consider using our affiliate link. I definitely agree with you, Metallic Charles. That brass peeking through looks really, really nice. That's my favorite thing about brass plates. Honestly. Yeah, I think it's really like, it is really thocky. I'm surprised at how thocky it is, especially for being Zelios. Typically, they're not that low. I think a little bit has to do with the fact that it's PBT versus ABS. ABS tends to be a little bit brighter of a sound, which is weird. I think it probably has to do something with the density of the plastic. Like, but yeah, I don't know. Either way, I like it. It looks good. It looks good. I wasn't sure how I felt about these keys, but looks pretty cool. I think these are supposed to be It looks good. I'm excited. Again, please stop by tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time. We will have Heidi Bush on stream. We both, Chewy and myself, taking some time. We're going to be drinking some beer, talking to Heidi about the HBCP, talking about the H87, talking about his keycap set he's running right now. That is SA Violent on Cream. You can pick that up on novelkeys.com or novelties.xyz. And then also talking about EPBT Slate as well. So I'm excited to have him on. Boards and brews. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. And y'all have a good night.